Welcome to Collector's Cards YouTube channel. This is our first video of the new Collector podcast. My name's Tristan.
I'm Zach.
This channel is by collectors for collectors and is going to be about the journey of a new collector, Zach, who has been collecting for many years before but got out of the hobby and now is having a hard time finding his way back in. So we're going to give him a little guidance and document our progress as we go and talk about the things that all collectors need to know. So let's just dive right into it.
We'll get started with my story.
Yeah.
So I collected as a kid ever since I was probably 5-6 years old. My allowance wasn't money, it was Pokemon cards.
I remember being the same way. Like, you would go to the store and only once in a while would you ever get a pack.
Well, and you think about it now, I used to get EX era packs for an allowance as a 6-year-old.
Right?
Think about that now.
I remember going in, like, my first memory with Pokemon is probably going in with my dad and my dad buying me a pack of what was probably base set unlimited.
Yeah.
When it was in super clearance in dollar stores and stuff. You know, my dad would go in and get a few things, maybe a gallon of milk, and I'd be like, hey, can I get this one pack of Pokemon cards? And it was like $1. And sadly, I don't have any of those cards left.
Neither do I.
None of those cards
Neither
survived. I wasn't one of those kids that really took care of them.
No,
sadly.
me neither.
I regret it, but I do enjoy the memories that I got playing with them the way
and
that
now
I
it's
did.
spawned our interest now as adults with money to fund it.
Right. So once you sold your collection, what made you get out of the hobby in the first place? What was your out point?
I needed money.
It was time.
But it was originally when we started playing Xbox a lot. I made the decision, I'm like, I can't justify buying the new Series X without selling something.
Yeah, so what one hobby
I was already kind of leaning out of buying, so I'm like, well, I'll sell it out.
Right, so it's like one hobby for another kind of thing. And
so I basically traded Pokemon for an Xbox, which, do I regret it? In a way, no. Because we've had some good times.
We've had some great times. I'm really glad.
Met some very cool people.
And I don't think I regret getting rid of my collection either, because if I remember right, I had a shoebox that was filled with cards.
Yeah.
That's how they were kept.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really play the game. I just collected the cards.
Because they were cool.
Right, because they were cool, and I liked to watch the show, and I played all the Pokemon games.
Yes,
that
the
was
games
my
and the
thing.
shows were my thing.
So because of that, they were all in a box, and I remember I was probably 16 or 17, right when Pokemon cards aren't cool anymore, or at least when we were kids.
You're too old to collect them now.
But nowadays the kids are that's the age where it's still cool.
Are loving it now.
Yeah, it's still, and it's awesome to see that.
Yeah.
But I gave them to my little brother, and of course, filtering through another person, they got beat on, or got lost, and then they went to my other little brother. And now they're just kind of gone.
Yeah.
We have no idea where they
cards.
went. Yeah, exactly.
Traded with friends.
And just kind of disappeared.
I remember some crazy cards I had that just traded away.
Yep.
Here, I'll trade you this because I love that. There goes Darkrai level X.
What was your first Pokemon card that you remember?
The first thing I ever remember getting for Pokemon was one of those little, like, cardboard clear packs where it had one pack and one hollow behind it.
Yep.
And it might have been an EX era because it had Walrein on the front.
Was that before the coins?
No, yes. Yep. It was just clear plastic, cardboard on the back, and a pack and a card. Like, you know the ones you find 20 Pokemon cards, guaranteed hollow?
Yes.
Looks just like that.
Yep, okay.
That's what I used to get for my allowance. A lot of Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Diamond Pearl. Got a lot of those. But the first big thing I remember getting was, it was like a Platinum Arceus collector box. Came with the poster, a bunch of packs. Oh, that was cool. I remember having the poster up on my wall of I think it was every card in the set. Yeah, that was awesome.
So I think my first card, I had the games and wasn't into the cards yet. And I had a friend that was into the cards, and he gave me a Venusaur base set unlimited card of the hollow, And he was like, "Here, this one's your favorite because
you can have it.
That's my
that's
starter."
What we did.
I absolutely.
That's what we did with our cards. That's
oh
why we
yeah,
don't have them.
Exactly. And that's what happened. So
we're very frugal with them.
Mm-hmm. But I absolutely love that card. I now have a copy of it as an adult, and I treasure it just as much, you know. But so what has made you want to get back into the hobby after being away so long?
It's just getting so big, dude. The community is growing. I mean, the prices are growing. Mm-hmm. There's more variation of product. You're not just buying. You before you'd have packs, tins. What else?
Right.
You know?
Right.
A box, a booster box.
Because you got out, I think we were talking about this before the podcast, but you got out around the Astral Radiance era.
Yeah,
so that
was a little bit after that.
So that was before promos and ETBs. ETBs were a newer thing.
ETBs were just little trinkets and packs.
Because you probably don't know this, and the audience may not as well. Yeah. All the new ETBs have a promo in them.
Really?
Yeah, every ETB has a promo, and like with the new ones, how we have the black and the white, the black has one promo, and the white has a different. And they take it a step further, where if you have a Pokemon Center ETB,
I was curious about those.
Well, back in the day, it used to mean 2 extra packs.
Huh, really?
Yes. Yeah, right. So you get 10 instead of 8.
Huh, cool.
Now, there's more packs in all ETBs.
So they're all 10?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. I'm pretty sure that they're all 10. I may be wrong on that. I may be misquoting. But I'm pretty sure they're all 10. And the Pokemon Centers have a promo, just like the others. It's the same promo. But it has a Pokemon Center stamp, and they're a limited promo because it's a limited print run.
Right.
And because of that limited print run,
quick.
Yes, and with the demand being the way that it is,
crazy. They're
so hard to get. But that's like one of the big changes since you've been out in product. And I mean, it hasn't been terribly long, but that's only one of many.
It amazes me how much has changed over 3 years, probably.
Right.
2-3 years. I've only missed the end of Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, and really, that's it.
And now your daughter's getting to the age too where she's about to start getting into Pokemon because she's the age where she'll start to care about things like that, being like whether it's the cute Pokemon, whether it's
well, she does have some cards too. She was pretty happy about the McDonald's thing.
Yes, the McDonald's cards were great.
She got the Pikachu and the Charizard, so she was pretty happy.
Awesome.
Another thing that made me want to get back into it is you and Rayvon getting me into Magic. Being around trading cards, playing them again. You know, it's hard to not want to.
And see,
it's very hard.
That's the thing about being a collector is very few of us are collectors of one thing.
Yes.
I mean, me, myself, I'm a collector of Pokemon, Magic, and vintage comic books.
Right.
And those are just, the ones that I really focus on and that I try to have a collection of. And like you yourself, I know you're a collector of Pokemon now again.
Right.
And Magic cards.
Yep.
And you have a lot of video games.
I do, yes.
You used to have a lot of vintage video games.
That is something else that I actually sold. Pretty sad about that.
Yeah.
Some of my vintage video games.
So,
Nintendo 64.
Right. So being into those multiple things, it's much easier as a collector of many things to understand how collectibles work as a whole. Because as much as we don't think that, Pokemon cards and vintage video games have nothing to do with each other. They actually have a lot to do with each other because although the markets are very different price-wise, it still is driven by how much am I willing to pay for this item that I want.
Right.
And that's the only simply what it comes down to.
One is a physically playing personal experience. The other is a collector experience. Two very similar.
Right, exactly.
Which games and collecting things like cards attract a very similar audience. A lot of people that collect cards play games and vice versa.
Right, exactly. And especially like with superhero movies being as big as they are.
Marvel is huge and bigger than ever.
I'm super surprised that comic books are doing the worst they've done in years. It's a great time for comic collectors because you can buy, and it's cheap and it's super nice. Yep. So it's just been a great time for collectors of all types. Pokemon, it's been getting a little hard though.
Right. Well, the thing about I I like that Pokemon is getting more expensive. You know, you buy things, they're valuable. It's kind of a double-edged sword because it makes you a little apprehensive to get into it.
It is.
It's like, man, I want to just go buy this ETB, but if I don't get it at MSRP, at store price,
right,
it's kind of scary. Like, should I pay $80, $100 plus for this?
Right.
Then you kind of justify, do I collect it or open it?
And I mean, that's kind of where we get into the next topic of our discussion is what kind of collectors are there and what kind of collector are you? Because just off the top of my head, we have the sealed collectors, like you were talking about, the people that like sealed product. That's me. I love sealed product, and I'm not an investor. I do enjoy the fact that I can buy a product and it continues to hold value. It allows me to, I say allows, but it
makes you feel a little safer.
It
makes you justify it a little more, you know. I'm not going to be losing money on this. If push comes to shove, I sell it. I'm not going to be losing money. I won't be out money in years to come.
And even if the market went down, I mean, it just gives me an avenue to justify a little bit that, well, if I'm spending $10 and it's worth only $5 after, I feel like I only spent $5. So it feels a little better for me that way, but also I like the look of a box.
Right.
And
me personally,
I love the look of the sealed product of Pokemon, even since I was a kid, because that's what I remember more. I saw the sealed product on the shelves more than I opened it up as a kid. We didn't have money like that. Right. So I maybe opened 20, 30 packs as a kid total.
Well, that's where it came in as my allowance. My parents were like, well, hell, I can give them a $5.
Right.
Well, at the time, I believe $3.99. $3.99 pack of Pokemon cards. Or he's going to want $10, $15.
Right.
So let's weigh out our options here. And I was always happy with the Pokemon.
Right. And
but I've never been able to collect and keep sealed. I've never done it.
No?
Nope. And any time that I collected Pokemon, I never kept sealed product.
So
I would keep it for a little bit, and I'm like, man, open it.
Open it right out?
Yep. I love it. I love the rip and open. It's fun.
See, then that's awesome. I like to open with other people, but I'm opening by myself just isn't a fun experience for me, and that's kind of more I have more fun by myself just bringing that sealed product home and setting it on my shelf and it matching my collection.
Right.
I enjoy that.
That's where you'd get into more of the value collector trying to buy and sell is opening the packs, hoping to get the hits.
Right. And I will say, though, another kind of collector that I was thinking of is a master set collector.
Yes.
And
that's a dedicated collector.
It is. But that is something else that I enjoy, and it gives me the same gratification as a sealed product because the same way a sealed product just fits in my collection, it looks right. When you complete a binder, it's everything just fits.
Well, and you know something else that is very comparable to that? Completing a video game.
Yes.
So coming back to where them collectors can all kind of come together.
Right, exactly. That's a great point.
Places like Comic-Con has comics, but they got comics with like video games. You see people at Comic-Con and Pokemon, game characters, everything.
It's that little bit of
just
serotonin.
Comics.
Right, it's that little bit of serotonin that we all want.
I went to Comic-Con once in Boston, and it was very cool. It was an awesome time.
I'm
I've been to
jealous.
2 conventions, Comic-Con and PAX East. PAX East was awesome, the gaming convention.
See,
that was a great time.
I haven't had the chance to go to any conventions yet, sadly.
They're fun, man.
Boston's
the place to go for us.
I've been a vendor at some smaller shows. I have some bigger shows coming up, but I haven't had the chance to attend a large convention like that yet. I just haven't. I haven't been that far out of state. I mean, we're
you did your Coral convention and stuff,
right? I mean, I did.
That's
true.
A different venue. That's a different area.
Right. It's a different kind of thing, different kind of vendor, and it's a different kind of collector space.
Yes. Yeah. It's a different collector area. It's a living collector.
Yes. Definitely.
It's a living collector. Yeah. But one of the coolest things about it is like, you go there and they have all these games that are coming out. The developers want you to try it, show you the new games, new product, and they had rows and rows of just liquid cooled PCs. Just dude, I mean 50 at a table, just back to back, and you just go sit and play. They just have a full Steam library, just whatever you want to play.
Right.
It's awesome.
Right.
But yeah, I would love to go. What were you calling the Pokemon convention?
Oh, to
Card
Party.
Card Party. That sounds like that'd be very fun.
I would love to go to Card Party. We're trying to go to Card Party for 2026.
Yeah. Are they bringing it around?
No, the locations that I know about is Miami, Chicago, and I can't remember if it's LA or if it's Vegas. Yeah. It's one of those
somewhere
locations.
Over there.
Yeah.
Some big cities.
It's such a good show, and it's only Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's
once they get bigger, I bet they'll branch out to Boston and
I'm
other
hoping
cities
so.
around.
I'm hoping
Baltimore.
so. And the person that actually runs it is Deep Pocket Monster.
Really?
Deep Pocket Monster started this out. He does an amazing job.
Should I open it or should
I keep it sealed? Exactly. That is exactly the person that it is. Yeah. And he's awesome. I haven't had the chance to meet him yet, but it's definitely on my list of to-dos is to meet him. And a lot of the attendees to that show, because it's more of a creator space, are a lot of the names that we all know and love, which is Deep Pocket Monster, Garchomp.
Yeah.
I know that Pokebeard went. He's one of the more investor side. He makes a lot of more of the market watch videos and things like that. For
Price
people.
Watches.
Right, and he does a lot of the vendor POVs.
Yeah.
He has a very good vendor POV.
Wheeling and dealing.
Exactly.
And,
those are great
the
videos.
Shorts you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, the shows and everything like that. But we were I kind of got off subject there. We were talking about the different kinds of collectors. Yes. So we had sealed collectors, master set collectors, which is master set is when you have a single Pokemon set like White Bolt or Black Flare, because they're two separate sets that just came out, and you have every single card from the set. One of every one. The regular, the reverse, the Pokeballs. The Master
SIRs.
Yep.
Like, coming back in when I left, there were no SIRs. Mm-hmm. I think you had Trainer Gallery.
Yeah, it was new.
You had your Secret Rares, Trainer Gallery, and just normal stuff.
Right.
Your bulk.
And then you can take it a step further with the Master Set.
Yep.
And you can take it to what they call a Grand Master Set. Right. Now, a Grand Master Set is one of every card in the set, but also...
every version?
No. It's also one of every promo.
Yeah,
one of every staff card.
Right.
It's one of every single card that came out for that set. And when I say every single card, I mean if it came out for that set,
it came out, it's
in the binder. Right. Whether it was a special card, whether it was a print of 500, it doesn't matter. To be a Grandmaster set, you need that card in that set.
Right.
Some people really love that. I have a hard time going up for that Grandmaster. It's a pretty large price jump from a Master to a Grandmaster, because a lot of those staff promos.
And yes, as I was going to say, there's a lot of promos that are harder to get.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-release promos, just things that you have to get either at an exuberant price probably, or when you have your chance to get it.
Right. Now, then there's the other kinds of collectors that are the single Pokemon collectors. And I recently found this statistic out. Did you know the single Pokemon collectors is the most common collector in the market?
So people that collect because I like Pikachu?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People that say, I want one of every Pikachu card, or I want one of every Gengar card, or Charizard's the priciest one, as we all know. It'd be the hardest one to do.
Right.
But they're the largest part of the actual collector space.
Yep.
And I saw this just in a statistic that another creator had done, and just asked everyone, what do you collect? What kind of collector are you?
Right.
And the majority of people said, I'm a single Pokemon collector.
It's crazy.
Although they may have other stuff, the majority of their collection
they have it because they're hunting
Gengar.
for whatever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
There's that, and then the other kind of collector that there is, and I see this one a lot up here, and a lot for the generation not before us, but the kids that we grew up with as the older kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're looking for straight vintage collectors.
So 90s kids.
Yep, and they're looking to create the old sets
They really
similar
want to bring back
Master.
what they
Yeah,
grew up with.
100%. And then there's a step beyond that, which is the graded collectors.
Yes.
And there's different classes of graded collectors. So there's your pristine 10s, and graded cards in a pristine 10 always hold a premium because there's less of them. They're hard to find, harder to find, and you have to pay to send them out to whatever grading company you want to send out
when
to.
I got out of Pokemon, PSA was through the roof.
And it's only been going up.
I wanted to grade a couple and I couldn't justify the price.
But now there's a lot of scandals between different different grading companies.
Right.
And there's new grading companies that are coming out that
trying to
may or may not be better or worse in their methods.
Right.
But they either have a problem here or a benefit there, and it just doesn't outweigh yet where they hold enough of the market to overpower
it's hard
any of the big
come
guys.
Back up against companies like PSA.
Right. And
that
now,
are so solidified already.
Right. And now, I mean, you can definitely see it. Of course, we're in a super bullish market, which just for the viewers means that bullish market means that there's a large rise in the market. People are really going out and trying not to be... They're being FOMO'd. And FOMO, you'll hear it a lot in this space, is fear of missing out.
Yep.
They're afraid they're going to miss out on whatever's going on, and it's just fueling the hype.
And with the craze, it's really seemed like it's becoming a seller's market, too.
And
the
now,
seller is kind of in a heavy amount of control.
It is. The seller's in a big part of control right now. And on top of that, you can see it in the graded collector space. 10s are only going up and up and up because there's more people in the market, but also there's the other side of PSA collecting that I was going to mention, and that's the 1 collectors.
Yeah.
Ones are going up as well.
Ones.
It's not being talked about very much because most people like to talk about that big price tag, but for those people that collect only PSA 1s, PSA 1s are going up as well. More people being in the market means the people that can't afford the 10s that don't want a 5
can get something cool.
Can get something cool, and it's a 1.
But it doesn't have that skyrocketed price of the PSA 10. You want the best version of your card? Get it in PSA 10.
Right. And and sadly, with the market being the way that it is, and you probably don't know this, but with graded cards right now, a PSA 9, which you would think would be well over a raw card.
Right.
Not a huge amount, but at least
I'd almost think it'd be comparably close to a 10.
Right. And I think that the price of an 8 would be more comparable to a raw card.
Yeah.
A couple dollars more, but real close there. It's not like that. In some cases, the value of a PSA 9 is the same as a raw card. Exactly the same.
Does it have, well, especially if you
or
have
by
a
couple
lot,
dollars.
If you have 50,000 PSA 9s of this card, and the PSA 9 is just not going to be that valuable.
And
it's such a high pop.
Right, and that definitely comes into factor, but I think that, in my opinion, I don't like to speculate, but I think that the PSA 9s just deserve to be a little higher, and I think PSA is feeling that way as well.
It's only a step under a 10.
Right.
But people are thinking, wow, a step under a 10?
Right.
No, it's just the step under a 10.
I kind of miss the
It's
9.5s.
It's a mint.
Right.
Isn't 10 mint near, or 9 mint near mint?
Yes.
And then gem mint.
Yes.
That's that close, man. It could be a crease line that causes the 9 and the 10.
Here, I have a 9 right here. We can take a look at it real quick, and we can look at the exact designation. This is my felt hat Pikachu in a 9. I absolutely love this card. I know it's not a 10. I know the population's crazy. I just love the card. And I was lucky enough to pick it up super early, so it was super worth it. But yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
In a 9, it shows as a mint, whereas a 10 shows as a gem mint.
Right.
So that's where the distinction comes there.
That's cool, man.
And you guys can see that where it says mint there. That's where the distinction is on that card. So there's sealed collectors, master set collectors, grandmaster set collectors, your PSA, whether it's whatever grade you want to be, PSA or graded card of any company, because there's so many out there.
Yeah.
Can you think of any other kinds of collectors? Oh, single Pokemon collectors.
Yes, a single Pokemon
Single
collector.
Pokemon collectors.
I've heard that some people are buying PSA slabs to crack them and drive the pops down.
So it doesn't actually drive. So when you crack a slab, sadly, it's not like PSA knows.
The number, you have to report that to them.
Right.
You know?
It doesn't. Right.
So the number wouldn't go down.
It doesn't change it. So
that's very odd to me.
Cracking the slab, all you can do cracking a slab is send it back in, and the reason people do that, as some people may not know, is grading it with some companies, and I say this because there is a difference, and I'll explain. Grading with some companies is subjective more than others.
Yeah.
And the reason is with a company like PSA or Beckett or CGC, the three big ones, they are two-person grading companies. And what that means is there's two people grading every one card.
Yeah.
And they're grading it with a microscope.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking at every piece of it.
Quota.
But they're judging it by their eyes and their opinion between two people, what they think the grade of that card is. Now, since you got out of the hobby, there's a new grading system that has come to be, and just a few that do it: AGS, Tag, and there's another one. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, but they grade with AI.
I was going to say,
so they
AI graded.
Yes, they scan the card, and there's a benefit to that. There's a couple. One, in theory, if you crack a card and you send it back, it will grade the same as long as you didn't damage it while you were cracking it.
Right. In theory.
In theory.
But we're only human.
But I will say, Tag and AGS themselves have conducted the experiment where they slabbed their own card, cracked it, and regraded it through the machine, and it graded the same.
Regrades the same.
Multiple times. And that's great to see.
What the system uses would hypothetically be the exact same every time, whereas humans can vary little bits.
There are some flaws. I've heard some stories of an indent being missed, something that would be plain view to the human eye being missed by the AI, but that system's going to be adjusted over time. We'll see how it goes. And now that we have the AI grading, the benefit to that, the biggest benefit that people talk about is the fact that with PSA, you get it back, they tell you it's an 8, and that's the information you have.
Yeah.
With Tag, you get the card back, and you can scan that, and you can go to their website, and it will tell you every single imperfection,
every single thing,
that they found
every
on
reason.
that card, everything, every little detail, every nick, every scratch, and why they think it's like, why they graded it the way they did. So that's a really nice thing to see, and I think that Tag will do very well. They're just having a little bit of problems with their slabs. They're a little bit brittle, and I think if they
early on,
and I think as they evolve, they're going to do very well. But it's going to be very hard to overpower a grading company like PSA because it's not even that PSA as a company is going to be the hard part to derail. It's going to be the collectors.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people very financially invested into PSA slabs.
PSA. There are PSA collectors.
Right, and PSA
they don't want any other slabs.
Versus
they
Beckett.
Get a CGC, crack it, send it to PSA.
Right, and it looks different, and it doesn't fit your collection, so it's important. So what kind of collector do you think you're going to be in the hobby? Are you going to collect a specific Pokemon, or are you just trying to collect the cool cards you like? I did just think of another kind of collector that I missed, and that's an artist collector.
This is true.
Somebody who collects every Pokemon card, not every one, but there's many different artists that draw these Pokemon cards, and you can actually see on the card what artist drew it, and you can collect that artist's cards, which is a really cool way to do it. I've seen a few people do that, and they're beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful collections.
I'd probably stick kind of back to where I was. I just like the feeling of buying the product, opening it, and just feeling like, yes, I got cool stuff.
Having a little bit of everything.
In the sleeves, in the binder. Be like, hey, come look at this. Come look at this.
Yep. Having a little bit of all of it. Mm-hmm.
And just the price is where it's kind of getting scary. You know, things are pricey, but we've talked about all the product, but where should we go to get our product?
That's a great question. Because
what places have what prices.
Right, and I think that's a great question because I'm sure you've noticed, even not being in the space right now, how many Pokemon cards have you seen on the shelf?
Dude, you don't go to a Walmart or a Target and buy Pokemon cards if you're not right on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly ever. I mean, I peek over for Magic cards, and I have a hard time finding those.
Mm-hmm. It's near impossible.
And I know that, I mean, you've got Magic. Pokemon is way up here, and even Magic is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I could get into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Sits. I know it does.
Yeah, there's Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's something I've always wondered too. What is so unappealing about Yu-Gi-Oh! That it sits?
What's kind of funny is my little brother is very into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It's his collector space. He loves it. Me and him talked about it the other day, and he said, and this is just an opinion of another collector. I want to make sure everybody knows that. But he said that he thinks opening Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards dollar for dollar is more worth it than any other.
So now we'll get into something about when I got out of Pokemon.
I guess
I started buying Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was kind of buying and reselling singles, and I started getting Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs, and I'm opening a $3 pack, 89 cents. 79 cents, $2, $3, and I'm like, dude, these cards are adding up. And what I notice is that most of the people who buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Play it. They buy in sets of 3.
Yes.
And even if you get 3 commons out of your pet, you can sell your bulk. You know what I mean? The bulk can be sold in sets of 3.
And
the rares.
One of the big things though that makes it hard with Yu-Gi-Oh! Though is like if me and you pulled a Pokemon card right now, we could probably sell that card to somebody tomorrow.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
And find someone to take it. We might not get full value for you, but somebody would buy it tomorrow.
Right.
I could pull a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card and post it up for half value.
And you don't
And
know
I think it would take a while for someone to come and pick that up.
Right.
Just because their collector space isn't as big at the moment. It's not that it's not there or as important. It's just not as big at the moment.
And it doesn't have
hype a little bit.
It has more of a play collector aspect. Same with Magic.
Just like Magic.
A lot of people like to collect Magic, but it's not a big money trading card game. You don't generally buy Magic cards to resell them. Money's in vintage for Magic.
Yes.
That's
100%.
where money is.
Yes.
But like I thought it was really weird. I started looking at them and I started selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, dude. I know nothing about these. I'm just scanning and selling.
But so on where to get product. So you haven't been able to find product in store, of course.
Right.
It's been almost impossible. You got to catch those drops or find those good stores. So I think there's a few places to find product. And it really depends what you're looking for. Yeah. Now, if you're looking for those ETBs and those booster boxes, you want a lot of packs to open
the bigger
all at
sealed
once.
products.
Right, the larger sealed products or those collector sets. You know, the collector sets with the figures
and the
or
packs
things like
and the
that.
bigger cards.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you can always order them online. You in this market, you are going to pay market price or a little bit over.
Right.
And
seller's market.
And that's from the majority of places.
Right.
Now, if you want to try to find them, excuse me. Sorry about that. If you wanted to try to find them for MSRP,
right,
that's where it becomes kind of difficult. For those larger products, you want to either order from Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
And to order from Pokemon Center just does random drops.
Yeah.
The only way to know about them is to be part of one of the Discord groups, and I definitely don't think you should pay for a Discord group to let you know when there's restocks. That is a thing, and there's a lot of it out there, but there's a lot of free alternatives to that are much better. There's Facebook groups that just have a great community that'll just tell you.
Right.
That somebody will.
There are nice people.
Right. There's great people in the hobby.
People.
You don't have to pay extra just to get product. Paying for a service is still paying extra for the product. It is. You're still paying more.
Yeah.
So
it's like he's charging you a tax.
Exactly.
To be like, hey, you can get this product, but you gotta pay me.
Mm-hmm. So Pokemon Center is a good way if you can catch that drop.
Yeah.
They have a decent system now for filtering out bots. It was really hard there for a while, but now there's a pretty good system as long as you go in and you're not rushing.
Right.
If you're rushing, it will flag you for being a little too fast.
Yeah, they think you're a bot.
Yeah, it wants you. You don't have to like lollygag, but just be normal.
Click.
Right. Click. Add this to my cart. I'm gonna check out.
Click.
Right. And you don't need to autofill you don't need to have all your information autofill saved. Just type your information in, check out. You'll get your pre-order, as long as you're early enough in line. The line has been huge. I know that for White Bolt Black Flare, the line was 1.4 million people at its peak. So there's not 1.4 million of the product to go around.
Right.
So not everyone's going to get it. So it's not a guarantee you'll get it. But if you get into Pokemon Center out of the line and it's still in stock, if you're calm, put it in your cart and you just check out. You have a very, very good chance.
Right.
So that's a great avenue when it comes to online MSRP.
Yep.
Then you have the in-store MSRP. Now, Target specifically is a great bet. And the reason Target is a better bet, I think, than Walmart is because when you walk into a Walmart, like you said, you kind of have to catch it when it hits the shelf. Because it's just on the shelf, and when people walk by, they don't have any limits or anything. So somebody can come by and grab 10 and walk away. And they don't stock as many as they used to because the product just isn't available. It's getting bought up too quickly.
Right.
So Walmart's kind of hard, but if you happen to walk by one in a Walmart, definitely pick it up. Right. It's a great price. It's
gonna be MSRP.
It's close. There's
pretty
a
close.
Slight markup happening at most locations.
It's like I noticed
Target, Walmart, across.
I went to Target right when Final Fantasy dropped for Magic. And you knew the hype on that. I was able to find packs. They were $7.99.
Right.
Which is an MSRP, but it's not very far off when you go to the card shop, and some card shops are saying, I want $10-15 for a pack.
And that's the same thing's happening with Pokemon.
And I'm like, dude, you know there is not going to be $10-15 worth of value in that play pack.
Now,
that play booster.
Now, for you to know, because they've also changed this for Magic too, so this applies for Magic and Pokemon with the new Final Fantasy set. And now, just to divert just a little on a Magic topic, the next sets for Magic are Spider-Man and Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I don't think the hype that's happening in the market of Magic right now and the prices and that demand for product is going to go down. Spider-Man is a very popular one. It may be a little less popular than Final Fantasy and Avatar, but it's not going to be enough of a break.
Spider-Man's also a broad enough liked thing that people who may not like Magic as much, Spider-Man collectors
just
might get some Spider-Man cards.
And they will. And a lot of people do. I have friends that are comic collectors. They're like, I'm going to get the cards because I like Spider-Man.
Yeah. They like Spider-Man merchandise.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a thing, and it's happening with Pokemon now, and this is why I think Target is the best place to get cards. If you go into Target and the shelf is empty, don't lose hope.
Go to the back.
No.
I found some.
Sometimes in the back you can find a lot of people don't know that. There is a small card section in the back of most Walmarts and Targets, but recently they haven't been stocking them in my local locations. They're just stocking up front, and the reason is customer service desk. All of the Final Fantasy products at my local Target and all of the Pokemon products that are new releases that aren't a repackaged product are not only behind the counter, but they're out back in the back section. So when you ask customer service, they have to go out back into the back rooms out of your view. That way, you have no idea how much
how much there is.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's really gotten to that point. It definitely has helped. I can say that I have gotten more product since they started doing it. My friends have gotten more product. I know that I went for Black Bolt and White Flare, and I spoke to the customer service employee there, and she said to me, because I was able to get the last two binder collections. I only got the two, one each for my own personal collection, but she said to me, I don't know how I'm going to get this set. And I said, really? She goes, even with the limits, she goes, I've been able to get more, and it's definitely helped, like I said, but it hasn't been enough. She didn't think she was going to be able to get any of them. Luckily, I'm going to be at a show this weekend, and I told her to pop into the show. And I would get her some product for MSRP, no matter what. even if I take a little loss on it. Got to keep those kids involved, because that's something that a lot of these adult collectors don't realize with this. Where do you get product? Is we're adults. Yeah. We have adult money, and I can go in and buy anything whenever I want to, regardless of whether it impacts my financial situation. A kid
can't.
Whether he sees the product or not, he might not have the money, or he may have to ask his parents for permission, and then if there's a line for the product 12 people deep and it's just being stocked, that kid may walk up to the line, ask his parents, and come back, and there's five more people, and there's no way he's going to get any product, and it's just unfair.
Right.
So if we don't keep the kids in, what happens 5-10 years from now when those kids are adults and they don't want to buy Pokemon cards as adults?
Right.
The hobby's going to dwindle off. And that goes for Magic. That goes for comic books. I mean, you can see it in sports cards and comic books right now.
Together.
Yeah. You can see it in a lot of the older collectibles that we need to make sure we keep the kids involved. Right. So that is a big part of like the getting product where Target, great place. Target, I've been finding that they have the single packs. I try to leave those specifically for the kids.
Right.
I always get my art set. I get my 4, so I have my art set, maybe a few to open. But I try to leave those for the kids, and typically they have a box of them that's just full. And those are the last thing to go. So those big products are gone.
Collector products.
Immediately. Yep.
The more collector-based products, ETBs, and the ones that are literally binder collection.
And then there is the other locations to get product that are they're getting more in the know because people are talking about it more, and with the hype being as big as it is, everybody's talking about it. The other good places to get products are Family Dollar. Family Dollar occasionally will have $5 packs hanging up, as well as Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, it's way less likely, but Dollar General is a win most of the time. They may not have a ton of product. They may not have the most desirable
product. Overlooked a lot of the time.
Yes, it does. And typically, if you can't find product anywhere, they'll have 3 or 4 or 5 hanger packs for you to go home and open up.
Right.
And so if you're really itching for product, or you have a kid that's itching for product, or you're just trying to get a little bit of it to start your collection of that set, it's the perfect avenue.
You know some other places I have heard have Pokemon cards around here?
What's a good place?
So I've had luck getting Pokemon and Magic at Bull Moose.
Bull Moose is another
collectibles,
great
books,
place.
Movies, CDs, everything. But Barnes and Noble. They've been carrying Books A Million in Auburn, I heard, Adam.
Barnes and Noble has been carrying. Our local Barnes and Nobles don't. Both the ones south of us and north of us don't carry cards. They don't have a section for stocking it, so they don't have them. But Bull Moose does. Bull Moose recently, and Bull Moose is more of a northeastern thing. You don't have bull moose in most of the country, so this is kind of a localized statement for us. We're in the northeast of the country, so we have another game store called Bull Moose that is a smaller version of like a GameStop, and they do MSRP on cards, but because they're such a good retailer and they do really good things for their customers, they typically have a huge line out front, and just like
you know
GameStop.
What else I learned? They don't like continually get Pokemon. They have to say I want it. They don't just they're not like a affiliated whatever. They don't get allocated Pokemon when it gets made.
And the harder to get ones. So these are other locations that you can still get product at, but it's going to take a little bit of work on your part. You might get lucky and it might just be there. But the chances are very, very low with the market the way that it is. And those locations are Best Buy, GameStop, and places like you were saying, Barnes & Noble, the card shop in the mall, things like that. Those kind of locations, you can get product. On release day, you can get product on those restock days, but you're going to wait in line. Show up early, bring a snack. Bring a chair. I'm very serious. I myself have waited in line for a bunch, and I will say a lot of people are complaining right now about scalpers or resellers or things like that. And my personal experience is there may be one or two in the line, but the majority of the line is collectors.
Right. Collectors, kids,
right?
People that want the product.
This demand for the product is happening because it's us collectors still want the product just as bad as we did before.
Believe it or not, Cumberland Farms
yes.
carries hanging blister packs.
Yes.
And almost every time a new set drops, they get a good chunk of them.
Do you want to hear something absolutely awesome?
Yeah.
You're going to be real excited for me on this.
Yep.
When Destin Rivals release Circle K.
Yes, Circle K as well.
Yep, Circle K.
That's a very around the country gas station as well as Cumberland Farms.
So Circle K had Destin Rivals, the hanger displays, the cardboard hanger displays.
Yep.
I went in, and of course they know me, and they were like, "Oh, are you gonna buy them all?" And I was like, "Of course I'm not gonna buy them all. I'm gonna leave them for other people." Right. I got my art set.
This is a good spot for kids to get them.
Right. So I got my art set and I left. I went back an hour later and was like, "Hey, what do you do with this display when you're done?" And he goes, "I throw it away." So I have a Destiny Rivals display. Yes, I made a little trade with him. I gave him some Magic stuff. He plays Magic. Yeah, so I gave him some Magic cards that I had in trade for the Destiny Rivals display. Everybody won. It was great. So I'm real excited about that.
That's cool.
But those are great locations to get cards. You can also get them from your local game shops. Singles, though.
Yes.
It's the best place to get singles is your local card store.
Yes, and they love to sell them to you. They sit on there like, we have so many singles and we do have a hard time selling them. Because singles apply to the one Pokemon collector or the players.
Right,
A lot of...
Or the Master Setters.
Yes.
If you're missing only a few cards, you can go to your local game store and typically find those few cards.
But if you're sealed or ripping open product collector, you're not going to be looking through the binders, you know?
Right.
You're just an opener or a collector.
Exactly.
So I find pretty good luck when I'm looking for a specific card, like for a Magic deck. Over to the card shop. Kind of look through your binders.
And if you have a good relationship with your LCS, I find that in a market like this, it's harder for your LCS to honor a good relationship like that.
Just so much.
Right.
So much traffic, so much going on.
So much, and they have so many people. But if you have a good relationship with your LCS, sometimes they'll set you product aside. It depends how good of a relationship you has. Just remember that when product gets really cheap at Walmart and things, still support your LCS. Because they will help you out when product gets really expensive. It's a trickle down.
Right.
It's a trickle down thing with the
They
collectors.
appreciate you supporting small business.
Bring them your singles.
They need. Yep.
The best place though to get product, and it's my favorite place to go.
I know.
Hands down the best place. Card shows.
See, card shows are a little scary for me. I go to the card shows and cards, price tags, packs. I'm like, holy crap! I gotta look at the prices on all of this because it's personally priced and. Woo!
Now, see, and it does get kind of hard. Now, card shows are great because the great thing about a card show is you can get sets that are gone.
Yes.
You can get vintage. Yes. You can get, typically, if you want it, you can find a variation of that thing at a card show. If you're looking for something specific, it may be hard to find. But if you're looking for, I need a new Gengar card for my collection, you're going to find one at a card show.
There's going to be at least one.
100%.
And you'll probably like it. And card shows bring out different kinds of collectors to sell as well.
Right, exactly.
Singles collectors, trying to sell cards, player, sealed product. So that's pretty cool too.
And Collector's Cards, the YouTube channel here, is also the name of my vendor business. So I do small vendor shows, slowly getting to bigger shows, but I absolutely love being a vendor. It's really hard for me to say this, but I think it's true. I think vending is my favorite part of collecting.
It's the best way to engage with the community around you.
Yeah.
You see people from all walks of life, too.
Exactly.
You're like, you like Pokemon. I would have never expected you to be a big Pokemon guy. I love that. You know what I mean?
My favorite thing at a show, though, as a vendor, is when somebody walks up to my table, looks at everything in my table, and says, I don't see what I'm looking for. Do you have blank, blank, blank?
Yeah.
And I bow my head a little bit and go, oh. And I reach back and I open up my personal binder and go, you mean that one right there? And they're like, yeah, that one right there. And I give them that one at a little bit below market price, and I'm able to help them get that card they were looking for.
It just builds a community.
And it just builds a community.
That guy is going to come back to another card show, most likely.
And I'll probably find that card again.
As opposed to the guy that got ripped off.
Right.
But he got the card he wanted, but at what cost?
Right, exactly.
He might not go back to another card show.
So card shows are great. There's a few things that you need to know, and this kind of leads into the next couple subjects. So there's two things really that you need to know, both looking for product in stores and in card shows. One matters more than the other, and the main thing is, what products are there?
Yeah.
So when you last collected, ETBs were a newer thing.
Relatively,
and beyond that, you had the blister packs, which is the cardboard.
Yeah. All the standard kind of cardboard with the coin, a couple packs. Yeah.
Right. And just
all the random hanger blister things.
Right. And just for the audience, like the blisters are the cardboard backing with the plastic cover that's either a single pack or 3 packs. There's 1 pack, 2 pack, and 3 pack blisters.
Usually come with a little coin.
Yeah, or a single promo card that usually it's not a Black Star promo though, which is important.
Right.
So there's those. Now there's ETBs. Then you have your Ultra Premium collections.
The Charizard Ultra Premium collection came out when I got out of it.
So the Ultra Premium collections now come with a mat, dice, a box, and the 151 mat is beautiful. Really? It's a Mew mat. It looks absolutely great. It's actually the one that we saw at our local game store there, the white Mew mat. Yeah. That's the one that's in the box. It's very nice. Yep. Great mat. Another product that they have in the newer set is, instead of the Ultra Premium collection, they released the Super
Ultra Premium collection.
There's a Super Ultra Premium collection. So
and then if you want to go a little bigger, we got the Super Premium Ultra Deluxe collection.
That's the next set.
Oh, they haven't released those yet?
Okay. But, and then, so we still have the hangers.
Yeah.
As you know, this was kind of brought in the Sword and Shield era, and the reason hangers were brought in versus what used to be just loose packs, or back in the vintage
just a little
days,
piece of sticky.
Right, it had a little hanger on it, and that is how packs used to be. Now they have these, and it makes it so they're a little less tamper-proof.
Yeah.
To get this pack out of here and get it re-glued, it would be much harder than it would be for somebody to reseal something like this. So this is a great product now. And then another product they have is they have the binder collections. Yep. So binder collections are a newer product. They come with a binder that matches whatever set they come with, and packs from that set. And only that set. Typically there are 5 packs. Yep. And they typically go for around $35. Yep. So it's a great value for your money.
The binder is cool.
It's a great value. You still have your Pokemon Center ETBs, which, as we talked about earlier in the podcast, now come with a Pokemon Center stamped promo. Right. I don't think they come with extra packs. The only reason I can't answer that question is because
you haven't opened them.
Like I said, I'm a sealed collector, so these are my Pokemon
Centers. I'm not entirely sure what's in them.
I'm not 100% on the newer ones.
Cool.
I've seen some videos, but I really enjoy my product closer. It's more what I focus on.
Yeah.
Other products that they also have a new product that I don't have here. I do have one for Prismatic. Yep. But it's just put away at the moment, and that is the poster collection.
Yes.
So it comes with a poster from the set that matches, and they've been really cool posters the past couple times. And it comes with, I think, 3 packs.
Yep.
And it's a decent deal. I think they're $25, so still a decent deal. Pack
I remember you
value.
telling me about them when Prismatic came out. Because we had gone to a card show when Prismatic, a little after Prismatic came out. You were looking for Prismatic.
Right, so
that product.
That is one of the other products, and then one of the most desirable products that there are is the booster box. The booster box is one of the most desirable products, but it's the hardest product to get because the majority of stores don't carry them. This is an item you have to get from your LGS You have to order it online.
Before it gets opened and the packs get sold.
Correct. A lot of LGSs in the current market will either only sell them sealed or won't sell them sealed at all and will break them down for packs.
Immediately.
And that's just kind of how the market is at the moment. Yeah. So those are like the base products, though. Of course, we still have our tins. Yeah. There's still multiple different tin variations
mini
that
tins,
there are.
Big tins, skinny tins.
Right. Now, the mini tins for the newest set are absolutely awesome. I'm just going to stand for a second.
Used to actually get the medium skinny tins at Walgreens.
See, those tins were cool. Now, these are the new mini tins. Yeah. And this is for the black-white. They did an absolutely great design on them. And I found a little cool thing while we were opening these, because this one is open. This is the new black-white set cards that I got on release day.
Take a peek.
While we were opening them, we found a little Easter egg that I have been saving to show you guys. So if you peel the label off the back of the tin,
let's see this.
And I never knew this. Peel the label off.
Oh, okay, that's very cool.
It gives you the art for all of the tins. As you can see, I have one piece of all of them, and that is the whole art set of tins.
That is really cool.
So it's really cool how they did that. They may have done it on previous sets, honestly, and I've just never noticed. Just never noticed it, but it was something that I noticed, and I was like, that is a cool thing.
Most people probably don't even read the sticker.
But I feel like that's one of those tidbits that for me, that almost feels like something that's for the sealed collector. Yeah. Like, I can peel this label off.
And it's still sealed.
It's a sealed product. I still have, but these typically have a plastic sleeve over them. These are kind of a dangerous product to buy on a secondary market. And the reason is because most people don't know this, but if you take two of them and set them against each other, you can slide the sleeve onto the other one.
And you can pop it out.
Right, so you gotta be careful.
And whatnot. And
weighing is not a thing anymore.
Really?
Weighing is not a thing anymore.
That was a huge problem at one point.
It used to be a huge problem, but
it's a problem with vintage.
So what they did to combat that, and I think they've done a few things now, but the original thing they did is they made it so every code card weighs different.
Just weird random weights.
Yes. So every code card weighs different. They're in Prismatic. People were still trying to weigh for the God packs and stuff because there's so many hollows in it. But there's the new white-black set. I mean, you could probably weigh it for. I don't think you could weigh it at all. Yeah. I don't even think you could weigh it for God packs just because of the way they set up the new ones. Yeah. They've really changed the design, and I feel like in changing the design of the new cards, they've changed the weights. Yeah. Which is great for all of us. Yeah, sealed product should be a mystery up until it's opened. Yeah. That's how it should be. But so those are like the products that they are. There are the tins, all these products behind us. We have our ETBs, booster boxes,
graded cards.
We have. And then we have, the one product I forgot to mention to you is we have our special collection boxes. The special collection boxes are the ones that come with figures or the giant cards. Those are also great. Yep. They usually come with a variation of packs from many different sets. It's not one set. So those are great. But when you're going to a card show, the thing that really matters more than knowing what there is for product is knowing what cards and product are worth. Yeah. And it, as a new collector, it's one of the hardest things is to figure out what's something worth, because there's so many places you have. If you were to search online right now, what is a base set Charizard card worth? Yeah. The first things that are going to pop up is you're going to have TCG Player, which is a great way to find a value. You're going to have price charting, which is another great way to find a value. Price charting is very good. Price charting fluctuates a little bit, though. I prefer not to look at price charting myself because price charting does not factor in best offer accepted at all. It will not register it as a sale. And if price charting sees something sell for, say it's selling for $700 and it sees a $900 sale, it won't register the $900 sale. until it sees more of them.
Yeah.
So it kind of, you don't get to see those quick movements in the market and those pump and then drop. Right. So it's a good visualization to have. I think personally, and I'm not sponsored, and we're gonna state this together because we would absolutely love it. We are not sponsored by this company, but we would absolutely love to be. So if you want to sponsor us, please reach out. But Collector.
Yeah.
Collector. The Collector app is the absolute best platform I have found so far for tracking your collection. It does lag behind something like eBay Last Sold a little bit, but that's kind of what you want in the market. Is it allows things to settle and allows it to ebb and flow the way that it needs to.
Right.
The big benefit to Collector, though, is I found that the majority of your sellers are selling based on Collector.
Yeah.
Your larger items, like your Poncho Pikachus and those multi-$1,000 cards, they're going to look at eBay because it's the most accurate for the exact moment. But when you're looking at these lower price items where you're looking at more of a larger market, Collector's the best place.
Yeah.
Collector's easily the best place. I like that you can divide your collection up into different sets.
Very nice. I actually have my different Magic decks and put it into Collector. And I can see how much each deck is worth.
Which is great. And they do
cool.
Magic, they do Pokemon, they do One Piece, they do Lorcana.
They do a lot.
And many more. They do a bunch of card games that I've honestly never even seen. So they're really expanded. Collector's the best place. Now, you don't have to have Collector Pro. It does allow you to scan a few more, but you don't have to scan. They have the best search system.
It works very well.
They show you a picture of all the cards, so you can really make sure that you're getting the right one.
And
it's really clear.
Before you search your card, you can click Magic.
Right.
Search in only Magic.
Right, so you're not searching all the card games. Right. And when it comes to Pokemon, and I know Magic does the same thing, but when it comes to Pokemon, you can look at just certain sets.
Yeah.
And
yes, you can.
On top of that, you
Very
can...
helpful.
Super helpful. And even for Pokemon, they take it to another level, and sometimes they'll have product up even before it releases.
They got some cool things that they have.
So you're able to get a little preview on the cards that are coming out and things, and really decide like, oh, I love that art. I love that. And you can add it to your watch list.
Yeah. Yes.
And then I want to pick this card up.
Right.
Collector, I think, is the best comping platform. If you go to a card show, you should have the app on your phone or be on the website. And if you're thinking about buying a card and you look down and it's $60, look that card up real quick and just check and see how close they are. Now, if it's a $55 value and they're asking $60, they're asking a fair price.
Fair enough. The seller has to make a little money.
And it's not only that.
It's not like he's ripping you off either.
The seller's paying to be there.
Yes. The seller has to make some money.
The seller's paying to be there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, if you look up a card, it's a $55 value and they want $90 to pay it. No. You definitely look at the vendor and say, hey, I was just wondering if you had any room to move on this card.
Well, and even sometimes it's an old sticker.
Right. Sometimes it's a last sticker. Always ask. You can always look at it. No vendor that I know, I would never be offended. No vendor that I know would ever be offended if you pulled up your Collector app because it's a verified, well-trusted app and said, hey, this card is going for $55. You have it at $70. Would you do it for $55 or $60?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, you know what? How about let's do it for, would you do $58?
Yeah.
There you go. Done deal. Everyone's happy. You walk away. It's just good to know, though, that way if you have a brand new card that you're like, I want to sell this.
Right.
You can do that at shows as well. Go up to vendors and you have a $100 card and there's another $100 card you want. He may trade. Now, he's going to trade at a percentage.
Yeah.
He still has to make his little bit of money, whether it's in product or whether it's in cash.
Right.
He's paying to be there. So it's fair. It is 100% fair for a vendor to offer you an 80% trade.
Yeah.
I would even say,
or for selling it, 60 to 80% value, somewhere in there. Totally unfair.
In the current market we're in, I would say 80% is a fair trade. If you're holding an item that is multi-hundred to multi-$1,000, it is fair to ask for 90 to 95%, depending on what it is. Right. But realize that seller is going to make a counter offer, and you have to be okay with that offer. You either have to accept it or deny it, and that's that. You can't be upset at him for his offer.
We're just two people trying to buy and sell.
Exactly. So,
and something to think about is if you go to local card shows, you will probably see local vendors that are at multiple card shows. You can build relationships with them as well.
Definitely.
You know,
I mean, I have people that come to my table that...
What's up, Tristan?
Right, and I see them at all kinds of shows. If you come to my table and you're like, hey, I'm going to buy these 10 cards, and the last time I saw you, you bought 10 other cards, and the time before that, you spent $1,000 on a slab. I'm going to give you a good deal.
Or they come in, like you said, with the card. Hey, I'm really looking for something. And you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Personal buying.
Right.
You know?
Or if you're coming to sell to me, and, I bought something from you at 70%, and I turned around and the market went up, and I was able to sell it for 200% what I bought it from you at. The next time you come to my table, I'm going to sell something to you at a loss because you deserve it. I made my money on the other card.
Sounds weird to say it, but I made my money off of you. I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the same.
Yeah.
For something I think will help you out.
Here's a little something extra for supporting my business.
Right.
For supporting me. I appreciate it.
Right.
It's nice. It's what the community's about.
Exactly.
And I think that you do have to be careful, though, because don't think that 75% is a fair offer on 70, 65, 70, 75% would be fair on raw cards in the lower value range, sub $100, $100, that range. That's a fair offer, but also realize that that's in today's market.
Yeah.
If the market drops, realize that you're going to have to be okay with people offering you 50%. And the reason they're doing that is because they're taking all the risk.
Yeah.
They're going to hold that product while the value sinks and sinks and sinks.
With the hopes that it goes up.
Right. So they're going to hang on to a sinking rock, essentially. And
hoping the water dries up.
Right. So the percentage that you're being offered is based on how easy it is to sell whatever it is. Now, if the market's not very good, it's hard to sell. If it's not a product that's not a very good product, something that's not very desirable, they're also not going to want to buy it from you for a good percentage because it's not going to sell.
And this is where you make smart decisions. Don't invest in products that people don't want.
Mm-hmm. But my number one thing that I can state here, talking about collecting, going to shows, looking for product, deciding what to buy, if you are into Pokemon for investing, there's no problem with that. You want to invest. I don't speculate. Zach doesn't speculate.
I don't even know what it's worth, man.
So we're not going to tell you what to buy, what's going to go up in value. The only thing we care about as collectors is collecting what you like. Because me personally, I mean, let's use this Poncho Pikachu as an example.
Right.
Because everyone talks about this card being such a high population that it's going to go down in value. This card right now is almost $400. If this card went to $10 tomorrow, I wouldn't be sad. Because I have one and I love the card. That's all I care about.
It's like, maybe I paid more than $10, but whatever.
Right. The value is a bonus. Yeah. It's collecting is about having the things you care about. If you buy something because it's worth a bunch of money and the value goes down, you're not going to want to collect anymore.
Right.
It's going to take away your joy. It's going to take away the fun aspect. Now, if you're a collector that here and there you want to speculate a little bit and buy something that you're
trying to make a quick buck,
more power to you. But have your collection of things that you care about so you can always care about your hobby.
Right.
It's
Right.
really important to us as collectors. So I think that beyond talking about financial, we definitely have to focus on collectors.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of market talk right now. A lot of talk about financial this, buy this is going up, this is going
up.
down.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's going up or down. I mean, definitely don't overpay
Right.
for things that you want. But if it's something that you love and it's selling for a high price, if you love it and you still want it at that price,
Right.
get it. Get it.
That's kind of collecting.
That's what collecting is.
It's collecting.
It's the only thing
You
that
know?
makes it go for that price
And
in the first place.
Just collecting as a whole, whether you collect shoes or Barbie dolls or Cabbage Patch Kids or whatever.
Now,
If you like it, buy it.
right. Now, for all the new collectors watching our first podcast episode here, this end piece is for you. Experienced collectors, this is about eBay. And the reason I'm touching on this is because the last thing we wanted to touch on in this episode is avoiding scams. And the reason I mention eBay right off the bat is because as a new collector, Zach, let's just use an example here.
I've even sold on it. I know eBay pretty well. I've bought and sold off of eBay.
You know eBay well.
It can
you're
be
confident. But
You gotta be careful.
If I showed you this card,
Right.
okay, audience, this is one of the new black-white cards. This is the Pokeball. Now, they've changed their design a little bit. In changing their design, Zach has never seen this card before. So I'm going to show it to him. Would you say that was real based on your current knowledge?
If I'm looking at this,
Feel it.
based on what I know about fake and real Pokemon cards, this feels glossy. It almost feels cheap. This pattern doesn't feel right.
It looks wrong compared to the
even
Pokemon
even
you
the
know.
shine that the holo has does not feel right to any reverse holo that I've seen.
And we're
It's
not
very
saying
odd.
that they're poor quality cards.
No, they're just very different.
It's different. So because of that,
I could look at something like that and be like, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not sure.
right. So I advise, and this is just my advice and my opinion, new collectors, stay away from eBay. And the reason is you don't know the difference between a fake product and a real product. You may not know the difference with them side by side. Some people are very, very good at faking product. But there is some surefire ways to know if you got a fake product. I have a couple fake cards here I'm going to show you. And I have a real card that we're going to tear in half, and I'm going to show you the giveaway. So, first things first, we have Zach, fake card. Take a look at that.
This is fake.
This
is fake.
This is very fake.
This is fake. All right. Because this is my era here.
So,
this is my era.
feel it.
Oh, that back. Oh my, the back is gritty.
Right.
It should be smooth and it has grit to it.
So this is a fake.
Although the front looks very good.
This is 100% a fake. It feels like cardboard. It doesn't.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like
Doesn't feel
expensive
like a
cardboard.
Let me see that again.
It feels like a cardboard box. It's wrong. It's a fake card. But if I took a picture of that and listed it online, it would be very hard to tell.
And the craziest thing is you showed me that card that's real. I couldn't tell you or not. I could tell you 5 reasons why this is fake. Look how straight the corners are cracked.
Corners?
The font is off. Look how close that is to that.
And
it's just not right.
And here,
the back is gritty. The centering is so off.
And just for
terrible.
people that don't know, here's a few of the things that you would know. I mean, your corners aren't round. Your fonts are the wrong size. There's so much wrong here.
Font.
We'll go over this more in depth in a future episode, but that card is a fake. This card is real. They're from different generations. So, but if I tear these cards, so I'm going to tear this one's real. I'll keep them both on screen here. Zach, you want to hold that one?
Yeah, I'll tear it.
So here, we'll tear this one. Oh. Tear it. Now, if you look,
color in between is.
You can see that there's a white, a black, and then a white line. That's showing the holo on the inside. This card is real, and you can tell immediately. Now, this card that we're 100% sure is fake, we're going to give it a tear.
Didn't even tear the same. That tore so easily.
And look at that. You can see it. You can see the cardboard. There's no tear lines at all.
And look at the difference in how that teared. He had to go at it twice. They have a little bit of resilience to them.
And here's just a comparison for you guys. 1 second. See the lines? See how there's no lines? It's a huge, huge difference there. Huge, huge difference. So I advise that you stay away from eBay until you've had a good amount of a product in your hand, and then feel free. Right. But until you've had a good amount of product in your hand, I would hate for somebody to go on eBay and be like, wow, I'm getting a great deal just to receive a box of G.I. Joe
You don't even
cards.
know if the pictures that are listed are the pictures that of the card you're going to be sent.
Right. And eBay, although they say authenticity guaranteed, eBay with cards specifically won't always have your back.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will say, no, that's exactly what was pictured.
Right.
And it's not.
And I mean, to somebody like that, if they bought that Squirtle and they put pictures of the real Squirtle, eBay's not going to be like, oh, I see the corners are wrong and the font's off. eBay's going to say, nope, that looks like the picture.
Right.
It looks just like it, actually.
So that's just my advice.
In eBay's position, they also have a point.
Right.
They're such a big marketplace. They're not here to market. They're not here to monitor every card sale.
Right.
Go to an online card selling place is probably a little more trustworthy with it.
Exactly. So that's like just kind of my advice.
Player or collector.
TCG player, that's one that we forgot to mention when we were talking about getting products, so we'll just circle back a little bit.
Right.
TCG player is the best place to get singles online.
Yeah.
Whereas card shows are the best place to get singles in person.
And in person, you are a lot less likely to get scammed.
Yeah.
Somebody can scam anybody online and not feel bad about it.
TCG player, just be aware. Make sure you're looking at the condition of cards.
Yeah.
Because that's something that we're going to go over in the next episode as well, is just because it's that specific card doesn't mean it gets that top value.
Right.
It may get a lesser value due to damage to the card and things like that. And that's something that PSA looks at as well. But I do have a little bit of a surprise. Got a surprise for Zach. These 2 packs here are for us.
Absolutely.
To do a pack battle to finish this up. We're going to pack battle.
Pack battle. I haven't done a pack battle with Pokemon in years.
So long.
Me and Jade did a pack battle with Magic a little while ago with a Modern Horizons 3-pack, and that was fun.
Wait. How do you feel on that?
Mine's heavier.
You think
mine's heavier. Oh, dude, yours is light, dog.
Yeah, all right. Let's see.
I got Ho-Oh. Who'd you get? All right, you got Cynthia and Garchomp.
Cynthia and Garchomp. Now, before you get all the way into the pack, do you know there's a new card trick?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so in your era, the holo was in the middle.
Yeah. Usually 3 to the back, 4 to the back, something like that.
It's not like that anymore.
What is it? What is it?
So, pull your code card. 1, 2.
To the front?
Front.
Alright.
I typically don't do a card trick. Typically, I just... Here, wait.
You just raw
dog it. Ready?
Yeah.
Flip them.
Okay.
Here, wait. Actually...
So you start from here.
I'm going to reverse the card trick just for the camera.
Yeah.
Just for the camera. So that we can do...
Yeah.
Hey, I'll look at yours, you look at mine so the camera can see. Okay? So
that is very cool. I love how it's very reminiscent.
That one's good. So this is Destined Rivals. You haven't seen this set yet. This is a flashback.
Yes.
This has
because that's
partners.
why Cynthia's Garchomp is on there. Garchomp C. Because it had Cynthia in the corner, just like Misty.
So you're gonna love these.
This is awesome.
You ready?
Oh, I don't want to look. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yep.
All right.
Cyndaquil.
Primeape.
Ooh.
Dipplin.
Maschiff. It's a newer Pokemon you'll have to see. Changeling.
Spike Muff Jim. You got Team Rocket's Muck.
Ooh, you got...
Cool looking card.
Floatzel?
Yep.
Team Rocket's Ariana?
Ooh, Steven's Metang.
Ooh.
Nice. That's something I'm very familiar with. Gen 3 and Fighting Steven and... Love it. Ooh.
Manectric.
Yep.
Manectric.
You got a Fomantis reverse hollow looking.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie.
I might have messed up my card trick.
When we did the card trick, I felt something very, very slick.
Okay, pull yours next.
Team Rocket's Arbok.
Another Arbok.
You want to know something very
I
cool
have
little tidbit?
I did mess up the card trick.
Okay.
So I gotta...
Yep. You want to know something
so
very cool?
So it's gonna be Yamaha?
Arbok is Cobra backwards. The one before it, Ekans, is Snake backwards.
Yep. That one's one of the best little Easter eggs.
Ethan's Adventure.
Ooh, that's your reverse. Ready?
Yep. Oh, shit! We both
Mega EX. Nice.
Yep, Marnie's Grim Snarl EX.
Hey, guess what, though?
That's very cool.
So this is something that we can show you as a new collector here. You landed a card that you're probably familiar with a rarity of. This is an IR.
Illustrator rare?
This is an illustration rare. So illustration rares have 2 black stars in the bottom.
Okay.
So that's an illustration rare.
Yep.
This is an SIR.
Okay. Secret illustration rare?
Secret illustration
rare. You really hit an SIR in that?
I hit an SIR in that. 2 gold stars.
That's cool.
And this one's beautiful.
That's awesome.
This is actually the first pull I've had from Destined Rivals that wasn't just nothing. Awesome. I've only opened a couple. And
that's cool, man.
It fits my...
This set is really cool.
It fits my singles collection because it's a bug.
Dude, this is like a throwback to my era of Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to love this set. Those are
awesome.
Those are yours to keep. These are yours to keep.
Yeah, you keep
so that I want the SIR for my set just because I haven't pulled this one yet.
Absolutely.
And I won the pack battle.
You did.
I did win the pack battle.
Hey, pack battle, you get to pick a card from both packs.
Yes.
There you go.
But
that's cool. It was right there.
The last thing, I said it back here after I wanted to mention. The last thing I wanted to mention is
we're gonna rip it.
No, we talked about this. Old cards and new cards.
Yep.
They have changed the cards a little bit in feel, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
So in the new cards, the SIRs, if you want to give these a feel, that's smooth.
Yes, very.
And that's why.
Ooh, gritty.
It's textured.
Yep.
So it actually has a texture on it,
I
and that's one of the ways you can tell that
was.
an SIR is real. Is that texture, the way
it's
the
very
hollows
hard to
are on it. Yes, it is. It's very hard to replicate. But
that was awesome.
Thank you guys for hopping in for episode 1 of the New Collector Podcast, and we will see you guys next week.
Hope you enjoyed. Peace.